Hey YouTube, Liberty43 here. Just a quick knife video, kind of going over a few knives that I've received recently. So we'll just go ahead and get right into it. This one right here is the mini-Griptilian. I'm sure many of you are familiar with it. It's by Benchmade. Before I got this one, I had not been familiar with the mini-Griptilian. I'd heard people talk about it, but I'd never seen one in person. This was part of a giveaway on USN from Daniel Flores, and I was very fortunate enough to win it. Daniel put a wicked edge on it and sent it out to me, and it's been part of my EDC for the last few days since I'm back at school, and I'm not carrying my larger knives anymore. This is a really nice one from Mel Pardue Designs, and it's that let's see if it'll come in there, 154 cm, and it is extremely sharp, as my finger can attest to. I was just cleaning it off and accidentally just grazed it, and it sliced it open. But thank you, Daniel. Thank you, USN. It is a great little EDC knife. If you've never checked out the mini-Griptilian, I really recommend it. It is just a very cool EDC knife. So that's part of my rotation. My second item here is from Dustin Turpin. Dustin's been making knives, of course, for quite a while now, and I think a lot of people are very familiar with his Logic flippers and his more recent knife as well, which I believe is this one, which is the Insight folder. This is a really cool knife, and the way I got this knife was Dustin's been running some lotteries off of his email list, and a lottery came up a few weeks ago where a person didn't want the knife, and I was next on the list, so Dustin contacted me. Are you interested? I said, heck yeah, send it to me. So I picked this up. It's really cool. Its overall length is 8 inches, and the blade is 3.5. So you can see there. Let me show you if it comes into focus there. It's a little bit shiny. There's his name right there, and it is CPM 154. It's got the hand rub finish. The handle is brown micarta scales, and that's a hot hammered titanium bolster and a hammered tip up carry, which is really cool. It rides on the GTC bearing system, and it is, let me tell you, it is smooth as all get up. I mean, just amazing. And check this out, just falls in there. It is so smooth, unbelievably smooth. I mean, it just zero effort, perfect amount of detent, flawless execution between the bolsters and the micarta. Just an amazing knife. I haven't carried it. It's one of those things where, I just haven't had the time yet to carry it, and it's so nice that if I'm not going to carry it, if I'm not going to use it, it won't be in the rotation, but it's just one of those things where it's just absolutely gorgeous. And so Dustin really makes a hell of a knife. It was my first experience holding one, but just flawless. This is something that's really neat too. The lanyard right back here, as you can see, where it has that lanyard pin. It's a really cool system. So, and you can see right there, I believe, that you have the carbon fiber back spacer, which is just, I mean, everything on this knife is flawless. It is a fantastic knife. Very cool. And then this one. So, how did I come about this? Some of you may know, of course, who that is, and I don't want to butcher his name, but I'm going to try to anyway. I mean, most of you just know him as Tashi, but I believe, and I'm probably going to butcher this, so I want to say it's Tashi Bharucha and Brian Fellhoelter. This is the Buffalo Hump. I saw one of these for sale on USN a while back. I'd never heard of it before. I didn't jump on it because I really wasn't familiar. And there's really not a lot of information on YouTube. In fact, there's only one video, and it is by Tashi. It's just a pretty short video. But other than that, there's really not a lot of information. The information I got really was from Arizona Custom Knives. But I was smitten with the knife, and I just, for the heck of it, a few weeks ago, put out a request for a Buffalo Hump. And lo and behold, a friend of mine on the USN, Mike, contacted me and said, hey, I've got one coming in. And a couple days later, he said, so many things have come his way with Mayos and other knives. He said, if you're interested, it's yours. I couldn't pass it up. This knife is so cool, and the reason it's cool are for a lot of reasons. It's my first Tashi. It's my first Fellhoelter, other than, you know, my Brian Fellhoelter tie bolt pen, which, you know, by the way, is always part of the rotation as well. Usually, although this is my second one since I lost my first one, unfortunately. But anyway, back to the good stuff. So, first Fellhoelter, full first Tashi, and this thing is so cool. Trying to get that whole thing in the picture there. Give you some specs real quick. Blade length 3.75 overall, almost 8.9. It's like 8.875. Weight 6 ounces. Closed 5.125. It is a tip down, and so for a lot of people, of course, they're going to say, you know, I'm not really into that. Apparently, it was made also with green here as well. The carbon fiber. I got the black one. You know, I think I would have been fine with either. It's just such a cool knife, but an amazing flipping action, and very thin, very thin. Unfortunately, I don't have something that I can compare it to. That might be something like a Sabenza or something that people are more familiar with, but you can see compared to, if it comes into focus here, the Dustin is much thicker. Even the mini grip, when you look at this knife compared to it, you can see how thin the Tashi Fellhoelter collaboration is. But an amazing knife, and I'll show you some other pictures here too, some shots. So you can see there it does have lanyard. It is open. There's no backspacer. And then you can see there it says Fellhoelter 2012 on the top. Bharucha, or Bharucha. I'm sorry, Tashi, when I'm butchering your name there. S35VN. So I really don't know a lot about this knife in particular, but it is just so cool. It's that drop point, spear point, and it's just an amazing knife. I have not carried this yet. It's going to go in the rotation, but it's just one of those things with timing where I haven't been able to really put it in the pocket and put it through its paces. So there'll be probably an update on this as well. And just flawless execution as well. But the thing that's amazing is how well it fits in the hand. I mean, your hand just wraps around it so easily. It's so thin. So that's my little knife update with the Dustin Turpin, the Fellhoelter Tashi collaboration, the mini grip, and the Fellhoelter, of course, tie bolt pen. One of my favorites. This is from Matt D Tactical. I lost my pen in Vegas and got in touch with Matt D Tactical. Great guy, great company. Shipped one out to me, lickety split. Ordered on a Monday, all the way across the country. It was at my house in California, and by Wednesday. I also have another one on order with Brian, so I'll have a backup for the backup, so to speak. Anyway, that's it. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, but thank you very much for watching. Keep the shiny side up, and hope to make some more videos as soon as possible. Thank you.